This episode of Off the Script is brought to you by the Battle for Wall Street. Battle for Wall Street will take users on an unpredictable adventure as they try their luck at becoming the next Titan of Wall Street. A life simulation game, players will start their own virtual firm, which requires everything from constructing the trading floors and purchasing the coffee to hiring and managing the day traders. If you guys are interested in downloading, it is now available for your Android and Apple devices through Google Play and iTunes. Once again, that is the Battle for Wall Street, available now on your Android and Apple devices. What is going on, guys? JD from New York here, and this is WWE Off The Script, episode number 78. Part number 2 for your Saturday morning. And like we always say, man, each and every week right here on Off The Script, it is the number one fucking source for everything WWE right here on YouTube.com, man. Late breaking, monumental news regarding SummerSlam, man. A major name teased for SummerSlam. I'm going to get right into that in just a little bit. But before I do that, Twitter, Twitch, Instagram, and Facebook, follow JD all over social media. Going to be a fucking biblical week, man. It's going to be so huge, I don't even know how I'm going to handle it. Black Ops 3 coming out next week with the beta, and SummerSlam, man. You're going to get SummerSlam coverage all fucking week long. You do not want to miss it, man. Twitter's the place to be if you want to follow me, at JD from NY206. And please, guys, you are slacking on the fucking t-shirt sales, man. Go and get yourself a fucking t-shirt. They're $19.99, they're beautiful, they're comfortable, and if you guys love Off The Script, man, there's no reason why you should not own one. ProWrestlingTees.com/WWE Off The Script, man. It'll make you happy, and it'll make me happy, and everybody wins, man. Go and get yourself one. They're fucking awesome, and I greatly appreciate it, alright? Now, let's get into the fucking news, guys. The Rock. The Rock. Could the most electrifying man in sports entertainment make an appearance at WWE Summerslam at the Barclays Center on August 23rd in Brooklyn, New York? The Rock showed up in Brooklyn not too long ago, in the middle of the year, last year, to confront Rusev when he was in the midst of his dominating run as the United States Champion, going on to eventually fight John Cena and drop that title to John Cena. We all know what happened with that, and that monumental moment in the Barclays Center, man. That was a great moment. Nobody expected it. We heard rumors that he was in the city, but we didn't know that he was going to show up to Monday Night Raw, and it ended up being a memorable moment, not only for the people in attendance, but for everyone at home, along with Rusev, man, in that nice segment. WWE superstar Roman Reigns, who was recently interviewed by Jimmy Traina of The Buzz, certainly teased that The Rock could be a surprise for the show. And I quote, Roman Reigns says, "I want to tell you, but I don't want to give away anything," Reigns said when he asked whether his cousin Dwayne Johnson could be at the pay-per-view via FoxSports.com. The Rock showed up during the 2015 Royal Rumble match in January, assisting Reigns while he was being attacked by Kane and The Big Show. Please just block that out of my memory, man. I don't want to see that or hear that ever again, man. What a shitty fucking ending to a Royal Rumble, man. What is it with Kane and The Big Show lasting till the end in the Royal Rumble, man? Is that what people want to see? I want to try and get away from that. Far away from that as humanly possible, man. I don't want any recollection of that disastrous evening, okay? He also made a surprise appearance at WrestleMania 31 at Levi Stadium, attacking WWE COO Triple H with UFC Women's Bantamweight Champion Ronda Rousey by his side. To prove that you should always expect the unexpected with the Great One, The Rock's last appearance in a WWE ring was during a live event in Boston where he laid out Bo Dallas. Reigns is currently scheduled to team with former Shield ally Dean Ambrose against the Wyatt family members Luke Harper and Bray Wyatt on the card. Also, in the aforementioned interview, Reigns discussed what it was like getting hit in the back of the head with a Money in the Bank briefcase at a recent house show by a fan, as well as his WrestleMania 31 match with Brock Lesnar and Seth Rollins. I got news on that very incident regarding Roman Reigns and him being attacked by a fan in Canada. I'm going to talk about that a little bit later on in this episode. But getting back to The Rock making an appearance at WWE Summerslam on August 23rd in Brooklyn, you got to think, what sense would it make? It really doesn't make any sense right now, outside of the fact that WWE is now making this a 4-hour show. It doesn't make any sense outside of the fact that WWE is billing this as the biggest event of the summer, which is going to be the second biggest pay-per-view of the year, right next to WrestleMania. So WWE may be in line to pull out all the stops to make sure that this SummerSlam is as explosive as it should be. Now, we don't know what type of role The Rock would play. This is merely a rumor, merely a speculation, a little hint that was dropped by Roman Reigns this week via FoxSports.com. Okay, I would not take this seriously. Take everything here, what I'm telling you, with a grain of salt. The Rock might not show up. We don't know what his schedule is. We don't know what type of role he would play. Does he interfere in the Roman Reigns, Dean Ambrose versus the Wyatt family match? Does he interfere in the Brock Lesnar match against The Undertaker to set up something for WrestleMania 32 in Arlington, Texas at AT&T Stadium? We don't know. We don't know. It's going to get people talking. It's going to get people speculating. And I needed to let you guys know that this piece of information just came across my desk this week. So I wanted to let you all know The Rock possibly could be at SummerSlam on the 23rd from Brooklyn in New York City, man. That was via FoxSports.com and Roman Reigns dropping hints in a radio interview. Okay, so don't take anything here seriously. Take everything with a grain of salt. If it does happen, you guys know where you heard the rumor first, right here on Off the Script, all right? Hulk Hogan. Speaking of WrestleMania 32, Hulk Hogan has completely lost his fucking mind. Seriously. Despite his apparent banning from World Wrestling Entertainment, nothing will stop the immortal Hulk Hogan from getting back in ring shape and performing at least one more match. He isn't too immortal anymore, motherfucker. Hulk Hogan is mortal for the first time in a long time. Hogan, who turns 62 years old this week, teased on social media how he's still aiming to have a match at WrestleMania 32 at AT&T Stadium in Arlington, Texas. A statement he eventually backtracked on. The possibility of Hogan competing next year at WrestleMania went out the door when the WWE Hall of Famer, or I should say ex-Hall of Famer, apparently, had racist comments of his released to the public through the National Enquirer. WWE immediately cut ties with Hogan, removing him as a judge on the reality series Tough Enough, as well as removing all videos and photos of him on their official website. Hogan made several racist remarks during a sex tape with Bubba the Love Sponge's ex-wife Heather Clem, which landed the 12-time world champion in seriously hot water. TMZ.com then reported how WWE officials were played the comments on July 23rd, resulting in their decision to terminate their partnership with Hulk Hogan. Hogan last competed at a major event during TNA's Bound for Glory pay-per-view in 2011, losing a bloody one-on-one bout to Sting. Now, Hulk Hogan being at WrestleMania is nothing more than a figment of his imagination. Hogan will not be at WrestleMania 32. Hogan will never wrestle again. Hogan has better things to worry about, man. Wrestling and getting into ring shape is not one. Making any type of any savior, any type of saving grace for your fucking life, never mind your career, should be number one, man. Get things straightened and right with your personal life. Make sure all this blows over with the National Enquirer and Gawker and all these racist and homophobic comments that you made. Try and clear your name. Stay out of the public image. Stay off fucking social media. Go down to your beach house and sell merchandise and fucking wait till all these court dates come up and try and rectify all this shit in court. Get Gawker fucking out of here. If you're going to sue them, sue them. I wish you the best of luck. Getting in ring shape and getting into the ring should be the last fucking thing on this guy's mind, man. Hogan will not be at WrestleMania. Hogan will not be in Dallas or Arlington, wherever the fuck WrestleMania is emanating from this year. He will not be at AT&T Stadium, and he will not be getting back in the ring, period. That's all you got to know about that. The mortal Hulk Hogan has lost his fucking mind. He's lobbying for another match. He thinks he's going to be at WrestleMania. Not happening, man. Take care of your life and get the fuck over professional wrestling. You are done and nobody wants to see you, period. Okay? Then from there, you can possibly rectify and rebuild your relationship with WWE and Vince McMahon, but I doubt that will ever, come into play as far as you wrestling, man. Fuck that. Hogan, get your life straight. Don't worry about WrestleMania. WWE superstar Dolph Ziggler had his Twitter account hacked on Monday afternoon, which seems to be the norm these days for members of the WWE main roster. Ziggler has been absent from social media for over a week now, as he's been off filming the WWE Studios production 642. This Monday, some interesting tweets appeared on his account @HeelZiggler on Twitter. The tweets in question have been deleted. Ziggler now joins the likes of WWE World Heavyweight Champion Seth Rollins, Y2J Chris Jericho, and Cesaro as superstars who have experienced a hacking of their Twitter account. As recently reported, Ziggler appeared at WWE live events over the weekend, creating speculation that he would be returning to WWE programming very soon. Before he was written off television, Ziggler was feuding with Rusev over Lana, and it is expected that he'll pick up where that feud left off upon his return, with Ziggler and Rusev potentially facing off at WWE Summerslam on August 23rd. Now, Ziggler can't get back any quicker, man. He's got to get back immediately. I'm so done with this feud. Rusev and Lana and Summer Rae, it's fucking garbage. Nobody gives a shit about it. It's just fucking disgusting and embarrassing to watch. I don't know if it's going to end up as a mixed tag team match. I don't know if Ziggler and Rusev are going to go one-on-one at SummerSlam. They got 1 week to get Ziggler back on TV before SummerSlam happens. They've been building this feud without Ziggler for the last couple of weeks on Raw and SmackDown, and I just want it over with, man. Now, if they make it happen at Night of Champions, they kind of set up an interesting scenario, man, and one that I don't necessarily agree with. Night of Champions could be something so much grander, so much greater. Night of Champions, right? And I don't want to go off into a rant, but I'm going to have to because it's coming to my mind. Night of Champions should only be a night for champions, all right? And that's including NXT. They are part of WWE. Finn Balor, I'm sure, will still be the NXT champion. Why not have him defend his NXT title at Night of Champions in an impromptu match? Get him a taste of WWE pay-per-view. The fans at home and the fans in attendance would love to see Finn Balor come out and just fucking wow them with his entrance and his in-ring skills. I would love to see that. There's no reason why this match, Ziggler and Rusev, should be pushed back to Night of Champions, man. Neither of them are champions. Neither of them will be champions by the time Night of Champions comes around. I say bring Ziggler back if he's ready, if he's already appearing at house shows. Bring him back on Monday. Set this match up for SummerSlam. You got 4 hours to fill. I'm sure these two can put on a decent fucking match for 15 to 20 minutes. Make it happen and get this shit over with, man. Period. Nobody wants to see it. Move them on. Rusev is a fucking big pussy now. Ziggler and Lana don't get along well. It's forced. It's rushed. It doesn't seem natural. Just end it, man. Nobody gives a shit about it. I know you guys don't. I don't. It's just disgusting to see on TV. Ziggler, Rusev, have it happen at SummerSlam. You got 4 hours to fill. Neither of them belong at Night of Champions because Night of Champions should only be a night for champions. All right? Now I'm going to take a quick break, guys. I got 2 more stories coming up. I got news on the Roman Reigns incident in Victoria, British Columbia, Canada. And I got news on Kevin Owens again being blasted about his weight. Seriously, this is still an ongoing issue. We're going to discuss it. Don't go anywhere. I'll be right back. This episode of Off the Script is brought to you by WrestleCrate. WrestleCrate is a monthly pro wrestling-based subscription service, and each month, subscribers will receive a new pro wrestling-themed mystery crate. For all the information, please visit them at www.wrestlecrate.com or on Twitter at WrestleCrates. All right, guys, getting back to the news and rumors right now for part 2 here of Off the Script. At least one member of the WWE Universe in Victoria, British Columbia, Canada, isn't a fan of Roman Reigns. There's a lot of those people here in the United States as well. During a live event north of the border on Saturday night, a fan in attendance reportedly grabbed a replica Money in the Bank briefcase they had in their possession, tossed it at Roman Reigns while he was in the squared circle, and reportedly hit the former Shield member in the back of the head. Reigns was about to square off against Bray Wyatt, but needed a few minutes to compose himself before beginning the match. The official in the ring and nearby security worked to have the fan escorted from the building. Authorities were eventually called to the scene. Despite the blow to his skull, Reigns would go on to emerge victorious in the night's main event, defeating Bray Wyatt in a street fight. Reigns and Wyatt will face each other at WWE Summerslam on August 23rd at the Barclays Center in Brooklyn, only this time they'll have a partner by their side, with Dean Ambrose tagging with Reigns and Luke Harper back with Bray Wyatt. Victoria Police spokesperson Sergeant Brian Edwards says that other fans in attendance egged the fan on, pushing for him to hurl the briefcase at Roman Reigns. The 31-year-old fan was eventually removed from the building following the incident, although no charges were laid against him after he later apologized for his actions. He won't get away scot-free, though, as he has been banned from all future WWE events. Now, this guy had to be fucking drunk. This guy had to be fucking completely retarded. Had to have a few screws loose, man. I don't understand why. No matter how much you dislike a performer, no matter how you've been egged on by your peers at ringside, the whole section must have been fucking drunk, man. There's no reason to toss anything at a performer in the ring, okay? No matter how you dislike them, they are there to entertain you. Yes, you pay your money to say and cheer and boo whoever you want, man, but it doesn't give you the right to fucking throw merchandise and injure somebody with your stupidity, okay? So thank God Roman Reigns didn't suffer a fucking concussion, because everybody else in the WWE seems to be going down with concussions. Sheamus and Alicia Fox and Daniel Bryan and etc., etc. Everybody seems to be on the injured list. Thank God Roman Reigns came out of this injury-free, but who knows, man? Who knows? He could have been injured. He could have had a concussion. Thank God he didn't, and I'm glad that the authorities and the people in attendance threw him out of the building, and WWE is banning him from all future events, man. You want to play with fire? You fucking got burned, asshole. Now you won't be able to watch WWE live like you've been doing. Now you get to sit in the comfort of your own home and fucking relish on the mistakes that you made by attacking Roman Reigns, man. He got his 15 minutes of fame. Yeah, I was the guy who fucking threw something at Roman Reigns and almost fucking injured the guy. Great. Now your 15 minutes are up, and now you can look yourself in the mirror and realize how much of a fucking retard that you really are, man. Good for WWE, and I read as well that before Monday Night Raw, they fucking urged sternly to the fans in attendance, do not throw anything to ringside, man, or you will pay the consequences. Good for this motherfucker. He's banned from all future WWE events. Now, let's talk about Kevin Owens. I know I went on a fucking rant. I went on one of these Kevin Dunn rants, and I'm going to compose myself this time around because it pretty much is a rehash of what we went over, but apparently something happened on Monday Night Raw to the degree of Randy Orton mentioning something about Kevin Owens' weight. Now, I listened to Justin LaBar's podcast on Trib Live Radio, okay? He posted a clip this weekend on YouTube talking about Kevin Dunn and how he is not liked in the WWE Universe by everybody backstage. How Kevin Dunn is pretty much a fucking goon. How Kevin Dunn is the right-hand man of Vince McMahon. How Kevin Dunn is not liked by Triple H or Stephanie and vice versa. Kevin Dunn doesn't care about Triple H or Stephanie. And that he feels threatened by Triple H and Stephanie because of the magnificent work that they're doing with NXT. And one of these days soon, Kevin Dunn will be replaced. And it can't come soon enough. LaBar has heard that Kevin Dunn is a superficial motherfucker. Okay, and by superficial, he pretty much rags on people's weight. He picks out things he doesn't like about somebody else or a performer he doesn't like. And if he doesn't like that individual, he gets into Vince McMahon's ear, and that influences and sways Vince McMahon's decision on everything because he listens to Kevin Dunn. Kevin Dunn is his right-hand man. Vince McMahon doesn't have eyes everywhere, so he leaves this fucking goon in charge, and it's a shit show. So if Kevin Dunn doesn't like you, Kevin Dunn is going to go to Vince McMahon and spew bullshit, and that's it. That's the decision right there. So, to me, that's automatically a fucking idiotic way to think about things, man. Vince McMahon running his own roster, obviously he can't do it himself, but get people who have a fucking opinion that's right down the middle, man, like Bill Alfonso. You're going to have someone who's going to sway the decision of WWE's future because he doesn't like somebody, because he thinks someone is overweight. Seriously? Listen, Kevin Owens is not a Greek god. He doesn't have the figure of a fucking Hercules, okay? He's never going to be molded as John Cena. He's never going to look like a Randy Orton. He's never going to be as big as a Batista. It's not going to happen. Kevin Owens, I will admit, I was watching him on NXT this past Wednesday when Finn Balor beat some scrub in the ring. I don't know who the fuck it was. He looked like a demon. I forgot his name. Scared the shit out of me. Came down to the ring, beat this guy with the finishing move that he's got, the coup de grace. Then Kevin Owens comes down and sneak attacks Finn Balor. He was going to powerbomb him on the apron. Now, I'm looking at Kevin Owens and I'm thinking, you know what? I'm thinking back to this news article, and I wouldn't say that Kevin Owens is fat. I wouldn't say that Kevin Owens is overweight. Kevin Owens works with what he has very well. Could he lose a few pounds? Yes. Absolutely, Kevin Owens can lose a few pounds. Everyone can fucking shed some weight and get a little bit more toned. But Kevin Owens' body type is husky. He's a big fucking guy. You're not going to change how he looks. It's not going to happen. Triple H, I'm sure, just like he told everybody else, man, you got to get into better shape. I love you down here in NXT, but what happens on Raw and SmackDown when you eventually make the fucking move up there, I'm not going to be able to fight your battles all the time. Triple H obviously loves Kevin Owens. He's a Kevin Owens guy. Everybody's a Kevin Owens guy. Kevin Owens right now is building his name and reputation based on what he does in the ring and what he does with a microphone, man. He excels at both tremendously, okay? But for Kevin Dunn to intervene and pretty much de-push Kevin Owens because he's overweight, that's wrong, man. That's absolutely wrong. See, Kevin Dunn is not operating and not fulfilling his duties and is not performing the position or the duties for his position like he should, because why would WWE go out and pretty much sign these guys? Kevin Owens, one of the biggest independent stars in the fucking States. Why would you go out and bring him to your company if you do not intend to take this prime grade A talent, mold him into something even better than what he was, and make him a WWE guy? Why would you go out there and sign him and want to see him fail? That is where my logic comes in, man. That's what I don't understand. That would be the first question I would ask Kevin Dunn. Why do you go out and sign a Kevin Owens if you don't intend to utilize him to the best of his abilities, man? And the best ability for him is to move right on up to the main fucking roster and main event. Now, granted, I'm with some guys saying that Kevin Owens shouldn't have beat John Cena, okay? Because if he did beat John Cena for the title, what is there left for Kevin Owens to do? Brock Lesnar, The Undertaker? Yeah, sure, you can mention those names, but at the end of the day, John Cena is the biggest name in the company. If you get a fucking huge victory over John Cena, there's really nothing left for you to do in the WWE except capture the world title. And beating a Seth Rollins for the world title is not going to trump beating a John Cena at a WWE pay-per-view in the main event, man. It's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. If you beat John Cena in the main event of Raw or a pay-per-view for the United States title, the way it's built up, that is pretty much the biggest moment in WWE right now. Okay? Seth Rollins' title reign is hot and cold, on and off. People are, they got mixed bags of emotions about it. The Undertaker's not there all the time. I doubt Kevin Owens is going to mingle with The Undertaker anytime soon. Brock Lesnar, a match with Brock Lesnar is years off. That's not going to happen. There's really nothing else for him to do right now. Why would you give him all that and then just graduate him down to the mid-card again? Doesn't make any sense. Kevin Owens has got the talent and the skills to build himself back up and get right back to the main event. But my thing with Kevin Dunn is this guy is a cancer. This guy is a fucking cancer, man. Who's to say he's not going to like Hideo Itami? Who's to say he's not going to like Tyler Breeze? Who's to say he's not going to like Finn Balor when he comes to the main roster, man? Oh, he's too small. Oh, he wears too much makeup. Oh, I don't like his accent. Give me a fucking break, man. Kevin Dunn is a fucking cancer. Kevin Dunn should not be in the position that he is in right now. I can't wait for Triple H to take over. Because the first thing that Triple H is going to do is get rid of this fucking goon. Seriously. The WWE will be better off when Kevin Dunn is not there, man. He is the one piece of shit that is whispering in Vince McMahon's ear. And one of the main reasons why the product is so fucking shitty time and time again. I can't wait for it to happen, man. The WWE will be a better place when Kevin Dunn is not there. Vince McMahon might not be to blame for half of the shit that we see, man. It's all Kevin Dunn. I think Vince McMahon still, deep down, appreciates a good gimmick, a good match, a good fucking pay-per-view, a good Raw. I know he wants these things, man. But when Kevin Dunn is ruining things time and time again, and especially with fucking Kevin Owens on Monday Night Raw, where Randy Orton comes out and makes mention of his fucking weight, what kind of shit is that, man? Seriously, what kind of shit is that? I don't understand that. Booking him to fail may even be their way of proving that Owens can't succeed on the big stage. They're booking him to fail because they don't like him. Do you see how fucked up that is? During an edition of the Wrestling Observer radio show, following Battleground, Meltzer noted how there are two groups of people in the company. Those rooting for Owens and those who are against his push. Per WrestleZone.com, there were reports released that WWE's Executive Vice President of Talent Production, Kevin Dunn, would go out of his way to bury all former NXT talent, including Adam Rose and Bo Dallas. The plan was for Dunn to stick it to the likes of Triple H and Stephanie McMahon, who have both been behind the rise of NXT since its inception. Owens is scheduled to challenge Finn Balor for the NXT title at TakeOver on August 22nd with a non-confirmed bout against Cesaro, which has been confirmed, by the way, awaiting him the following night at SummerSlam. During the August 10th edition of Monday Night Raw, Randy Orton took what was seen as a cheap shot at Kevin Owens, poking fun at his weight in front of the WWE Universe, man. Kevin Dunn internally trying to sabotage everything that Triple H and Stephanie McMahon have done with NXT. When the guys graduate, Kevin Dunn brings them right back down, man. If that is not a fucking cancer, I don't know what is, man. That's someone who doesn't love the company, who doesn't love the art of professional wrestling, who doesn't appreciate the hard work that these men and women have done down in NXT to fucking rebuild that brand from shit. Absolutely disgraceful, man. The WWE will be better off when Kevin Dunn, not Vince McMahon, when Kevin Dunn is gone completely. I can't stand hearing that type of shit. And Kevin Owens, let me fucking tell you something about Kevin Owens right now. On the 22nd, in that ladder match with Finn Balor, you're going to see someone who is primed and ready for the WWE main event scene, man. He's going to shut everyone up, not only on NXT, but at SummerSlam, man. If you don't think Kevin Owens is going to be in the match of the year, not once, but twice, again this year, that's including what he did with John Cena, man. You got another thing coming, man. Kevin Dunn, I want you to fucking open up your eyes that weekend, man, for NXT and then SummerSlam, and watch how professional wrestling should be in the WWE, man. Kevin Dunn needs to be fucking gone from WWE, period. I can't stand hearing that shit. I want to let you guys know what's going on. That's why I saved that story for last. Let me know what you think about everything, again, about Kevin Owens' weight down below in the description. Let me know what you guys think about Kevin Dunn. I will be back Sunday. If I can find more news, guys. I got 2 more news articles, big news articles. One concerning Sting and one concerning a huge heel turn at SummerSlam. Who is it? You're going to have to tune into Sunday to find out, man. I am JD. This is Off the Script. This is number 78, part number 2. Let me know what you guys think about everything in this episode down below in the comments. Hit that thumbs up. Greatly appreciate it. Helps me out, makes me feel good, and it also helps out the channel. Go buy your t-shirts, motherfuckers. www.prowrestlingtees.com/WWE Off The Script. Again, I almost fucked up the link, man. Jesus Christ, you guys are fucking driving me crazy. And also, guys, Wrestle Crates. Go subscribe to Wrestle Crates if you guys want pro wrestling crates the way they should be, man. Fuck Loot Crate. Fuck all these other crates. Wrestle Crates is where it's at. At Wrestle Crates on Twitter and their official website, www.wrestlecrate.com. I'll be back on Sunday with more Off the Script Part 3. Until then, guys, this is JD. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you all on Sunday morning. Take care.